Hello, everybody. This is Chris Ellis, card guy with Collectible Chris, and we're here to talk about the NL East.
And of course, us being Braves fans, we're rocking our bracelet with the Chipper Jones and the Freddie Freeman. So NL East always got to be a competitive division. New York Mets are ahead right now with 60 wins and 37 losses. Rays are in second place with 59 and 40. Philadelphia Phillies are having a resurgence with 50 wins and 47 losses. The Marlins are actually not dead last this year, being in fourth with 46-51, great resurgence. And Washington Nationals, surprisingly, 34 wins and 65.
Okay, and we're going to look at the first team on the list, and we'll go with the Mets.
Um, the guys I collect is Starlin Marte and Jacob DeGrom. Unfortunately, DeGrom being hurt is a big day in the Mets, but they're doing wonderful, especially with Max Scherzer coming back from his injury. Marte has just always been a great guy, a great player that actually gets the job done wherever he goes. I mean, he did well in Oakland, and so like I collect him. Of course, you cannot go wrong with Pete Alonso being the hitter he is with the Mets, especially him being the all statistic leader right now for the team.
Yeah, right now, there's no one that I'm currently um, collecting from the Mets. I mean, I collect older Mets, so, but right now, there's not really anybody. But of course, you can't go wrong with Alonso. You can't go wrong with McNeil. You can't go wrong with Marte. You can't go wrong with uh, Kana, who's having a good year from Oakland, coming over to New York. Um, so there's quite a bit. I mean, Garam and Scherzer are obvious. I mean, Bassett's having a good year. Taiwan Walker. So there's some good guys to be collecting there. So we're gonna go to our next team.
Of course, it's the Braves, and I would say every one of the Braves is a hot market. I mean, Atlanta has always been a great market card wise, just like with the Yankees. But like if you want, well, like my people, I definitely collect. Of course, I collect Acuna. Albies unfortunately got hurt during the 14-game win streak, um, and I was not big on Swanson, and my dad can let you know I wasn't big on Swanson at the beginning, and once he what he did in the World Series, it just cannot be imagined him having like great numbers this year. So Swanson has turned around, and of course Michael Harris being the rookie that has come out and has done a defensive clinic. Really, thank goodness his batting average has went back up to a 292. Of course, Max Fried and Wright are just great pitchers that has really helped out with the starting rotation.
Yeah, with the Braves, pretty much everybody I collect. Mainly though um, look at I collect them all, so it's not really one that I. But current Braves, Cunha, you can't go wrong with. You can't go wrong with Albies, who's hurt. You can't go wrong with Riley. You can't go wrong with Olson. You can't go wrong with uh, um,
Contreras.
Contreras. You can't go wrong with Denard. You can't. So there's plenty of people to collect there.
And also Marcelo Zuna being a wonderful addition to the Braves, who has also helped out with the power bat.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Duvall's hurt, unfortunately, so
yeah,
there's no telling who the Braves will get on the trade market. So, but on the next one, we're going with.
the Phillies. Unfortunately, I don't collect as much Phillies as I used to, but I still collect a former Yankee and Didi Gregorius, and not having the best year, unfortunately, because of just age catching up to him a little bit. He is a little bit older than expected right now, and I also collect Nick Castellanos. I think he's just a solid hitter, hits for contact. I can drive the ball when he needs to. Of course, if you want to beef up your PCs, nothing wrong with Kyle Schwarber. Great power hitter. It's just that his batting average is not how it is. Bryson Stat, the rookie, I think is still having a good year. I think he'll be better next year because he's going through the rookie year. Aaron Nola is a great pitcher, as well as Zach Wheeler. So can't go wrong collecting a few of the Phillies. I'm not saying Bryce Harper mainly because I just can't stand him.
Um, oh, for the Phillies, of course, you got Harper. He's always a collectible guy. I collect Kyle Schwarber. Um, batting average is always low, but hey, he always produces with power and RBIs. Um, you got Royce Hoskins. You got um, Nick, who's having is slumping a little bit with his batting average right now. He's in a slump, but hey, it's his first year, a big contract. Kind of happens to some players. Wheeler, Nola, JT Realmuto.
Alabama.
I like Bombs having a comeback season. Hitting wise, not with the power, but hitting wise, he's having a good comeback year. So I mean, there's plenty of people from the Phillies to collect. So our next one we're going with.
The Marlins. Only person I'm actually collecting with the Marlins is mainly because of MLB The Show. Brian Anderson's finest card is a card I really do well with. So I'm going to start collecting Brian Anderson because of that. Can't go wrong with Sandy Alcantara being the ace for the Marlins, and honestly has not been a better pitcher since the pitcher from 2013. What was his name? The young pitcher that unfortunately passed away. He would have been a star.
I know who you're talking about. Jose.
It's not Rodriguez. It's
Fernandez.
Jose Fernandez. Yes. Jess Chisholm, a great young player, hits for contact. Hopefully, the Marlins stick with him. And of course, Jorge Soler jumping unfortunately from team to team from when he was even a prospect, but produces numbers. He's hurt right now, but Soler is a guy that definitely gets the job done and is a unforeseen ringleader in the future.
So for the Marlins, the people I collect Soler, and I collect Jesus Luzardo, left-handed pitcher that came over from Oakland. You can't go wrong with a lot of the young and up-and-coming Marlins. You also got Jose Devers, who is Rafael Devers' brother. He's the shortstop. He was a rookie last year. You also got Jazz, of course, who's hurt right now, unfortunately, but he's very collectible, very liked by the community in several ways. So the Marlins are definitely an up-and-coming team. And our next team?
Dead Last Nationals. I collect Nelson Cruz ever since his days with the Rangers. Just a great player. Of course, he didn't start with the Rangers. If I remember correctly, he started with Tampa Bay, correct?
Milwaukee.
No, Milwaukee. The Brewers, that's right. And so, like, Nelson has had a great career. Unfortunately, not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Should be at least considered to be a Hall of Famer with his numbers, especially his good batting average, especially with his time with Seattle. Another guy that everyone should be collecting, though, rookie-wise, should be Josiah Gray. He's a great pitcher that actually has good control. He just does not have the best team right now to give him the run production that he deserves. If anyone in the Nationals might get traded other than Soto, it's going to be Josiah. I guarantee another team could pick him up and actually get him to be reshaped. Honestly, if a team wants him, I think he should go to the Mets.
All right. Well, of course, we know Juan Soto is collectible right now. It's just there. I mean, Josh Bell. I like Bell. I collect Bell. And Strasburg. I've been collecting. Well, Strasburg and Bell I've been collecting since their rookie years. So, but of course, the Nationals are in hard times right now. So, but there's always chances. I mean, it's baseball. You never know what's going to happen next. So we're going to now do our awards.
And sadly, I'm going to be a little biased, but I'm going to back it up with facts. So MVP-wise, you can either go between two people, Pete Alonso or Austin Riley. I'm going to go with the guy with the higher batting average with a few more home runs with Riley. Riley has 28 with 63 RBIs with a 297 batting average. So he hits for contact, and when he needs to hit for power, he does it. Alonso has more RBIs. He's just been able to have more people in scoring position compared to Riley. But if I want to look at like longevity and actually at the end of the season, I think Riley will be the king of the NL East. like I said, you can't go wrong with Alonso. I would say Schwarber because he's at 31 home runs with 70 plus RBIs. It's just like his batting average is at 203. I just cannot say Schwarber at this time.
Okay, for my MVP, I'm going with Alonso as of right now. He's just, he's been consistent the whole year, so that's where I'm going with. But of course, I mean, Austin's having a great year too. He should get definitely MVP votes. Who you got for Cy?
Cy Young, I was gonna go with Sandy, and then looking back on the rotation with Max Fried. Fried being at 10 wins, 3 losses, and a lower ERA compared to Sandy with a few more strikeouts. Fried has more control and has began more run support than Sandy has since after the All-Star break, so I'm going with Fried.
Well, I'm going with the Brave, but not with Fried. I'm going with Kyle Wright.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you can't go wrong with any of the three. You can't go wrong with Sandy. You can't go wrong, with Fried or with Kyle, I believe. So, it's the East is just stacked up with good players, period.
If he wasn't hurt, I would say Scherzer with all respect. But with Scherzer, again, a late start, I cannot say Scherzer. So.
Yeah. Who you got for rookie?
Rookie, I got Michael Harris. I think he's just a star rookie for the NLEs. 8 home runs, 31 RBIs, 292 batting average. It has increased his batting average since the All-Star break. He went into a little bit of a slump before the All-Star break, but great defensive player, is trying to do so much, but at the same time, he actually wants to help out the club. So Harris, all the way.
Well, I'm going with the Brave too, but I'm going with the pitcher. I'm going with Spencer Strider. I'm going with the stash. He pitched a great game yesterday against Aaron Nola. He was supposed to be a bullpen guy, and they put him in the starting lineup as a starting rotation guy, and just been killing it. So I'm going with Spencer Strider.
Can't go wrong with that. I'll agree to that too.
Who you going with, manager?
Buck Showalter, hands down.
Yeah.
Compared to last year with the Mets, and then this year with how Showalter has done what he's done. I mean, Rangers to Baltimore to freaking Mets. Like, Showalter doesn't make it to the World Series. It's mainly because of either the Braves or the freaking Cardinals stop him. Because Cardinals and the Braves are going to get the wild card spots. So I'm going with freaking Showalter.
Yep, I think it's a clean sweep on that one. I think Buck has got this one pretty much hands down. So yeah, I'm going with Buck. How about your comeback?
Not a shadow of a doubt. I'm going with Acuna Jr. Compared to his injury from last year. He has not had the stats that everyone thinks he should have with the 8 home runs and 31 RBIs, but he's mainly he's the leadoff hitter. I mean, you cannot expect a leadoff hitter to hit as much home runs as he did in the last 3 years, honestly. So, being the leadoff guy and getting the runs in for the Braves, but he's still doing what he's supposed to be doing, and that's just getting on base, stealing the bases, and getting in to score. So.
All right, so we don't have a clean sweep of Mets and Braves here. Comeback player of the year for me is Alec Braum. Just because his batting he has improved batting wise. He's a major cog in that Phillies offense and getting key hits. So I'm going with Alec Braum on that one. Okay, now we're going to talk a little bit of our, in a fantasy view, the trade, people that we might see getting traded throughout baseball. Of course, we've heard the Wilson Contreras and Ian Happ rumors. I think Ian Happ will help any team because he can play multiple positions. Wilson Contreras is one heck of a catcher. I think Wilson stay with Chicago, but great catchers are few and far between. You look at the Nationals, of course. You got Juan Soto is definitely the high benchmark. Josh Bell. The only people I see that maybe the Marlins might trade, they might trade Soler, because Jazz is hurt. But I don't see any major pieces other than that. The Phillies, I think, will keep their team as is. The only person I see in the Pittsburgh Pirates maybe trading are Brian Reynolds, because they're definitely going to keep Hayes and O'Neill. So there's that. Talk with Cincinnati trading Luis Castillo. Though right now, Colorado's only major trade piece they could possibly trade probably is Crone and maybe Marquez, but Crone can play in the outfield, can play first base. I don't see Baltimore trading anybody.
I mean, if they trade anybody, it'll be prospects. Really.
It could be Trey Mancini, but I just don't see that. I think the Orioles will keep the team as is. I think the Twins will make some trades. Possibly the Guardians might try to get another person. I could see the Guardians going after Contreras. I think that would be a good pick for them. The White Sox, I don't see them making any trades. Oakland doesn't really have anybody dump really for a trade. For Juan Soto, call me crazy, but I think there's a possibility that the Texas Rangers could take a step and do it, because just for that third bat, and they might have some key pieces in the minor league system. Not completely sure, but I could see that. I could see Josh Bell helping a team, switch hitter, first baseman with power. So, there's plenty of people. What are you thinking about?
I'm going after reports. Soto, I would like to see Soto with the Rangers. Of course, everyone is saying that Soto is going to go to the Yankees. I think that will be the worst fit. Yes, the outfield will be stacked with New York, but I cannot see Soto going to it. Do the Yankees have the money for him? Yes. But it will just be another typical Yankee bomber. Right now, the reports are showing that the Cardinals are the forerunner for Soto. I think that would actually be decent. It's just that who will you trade for? They're not going to trade Arenado for him. They're not going to trade Goldschmidt for him. And they're not going to trade away Pujols or Molina anyway, because they're going to be retiring after the season. So now I don't know why the Cardinals will be the forerunner for it. It'll either be because of money or because of prospects, honestly. Now, Yankees and White Sox are heavily interested in a Pirates left-hander, Jose Quintana. Jose is a great pitcher, especially with his resurgence with the Pirates. He's a great guy when you need to actually get someone on the mound. I don't see him going with the Yankees. I think he'll be a better fit with the White Sox. I would rather see him stay in the Central Division, especially since he has moved around on some teams. But I think he should go back to the AL, and not with the Yankees starting rotation. I think the Yankees has a good starting five already. I think he'll benefit the White Sox and give them a little bit more wins to even win the division. Dodgers are also looking at Garrett Cooper for the Marlins. If they land Cooper, Cooper's a great guy, but I think Cooper would actually benefit more, believe it or not, with the Reds organization. Cooper would help out with hits, less strikeouts, and also actually help out with the middle of the batting order. Honestly, have him a bat fifth, and that'll actually be good. Have him a bat right behind Joey Votto. Contreras, one team that's actually heavy on Contreras is the Astros. And, the Astros do have Martin Maldonado and Corey Lee. It's just that they are not great defensive catchers. They actually lead the league in stolen bases against them. So Contreras would be a big defensive help as well as power hitting, because they're also not great power hitters. Wilson is a 5-tool catcher, which is unheard of. His brother is doing well with Atlanta, and when you think of 5-tool catchers, it's not even a different class. Because when you think of 5-tool catchers, you think of Mike Piazza, Yadier Molina. So having Contreras being in that same league or even close to that league is unheard of. but I see him doing it. If he doesn't go to the Astros, I want him to stay with the Cubs. I just think that he should stay with them so they can actually build around him, because he should be the leader of that team. And that's just the reports up from CBS, because the Cooper trade was actually just updated. So
Yeah, so there's definitely going to be some movement. I mean, they got till the second, so, but don't forget to follow my man Collectible Chris on his TikTok, Collectible Chris, his eBay store, Collectible Chris, and then also don't forget to also follow Chris Ellis Card Guy on Facebook, and
I definitely check out the video if you're a wrestling fan. He showed off his I'm gonna call the legendary God card of wrestling memorabilia, 2014 or 2015.
2015 top.
2015 tops. 101 Hulk Hogan.
It's not 101. It's not even special numbered.
Oh, I thought it was a 101. My bad. Hulk Hogan, Roddy Piper, and Ric Flair triple auto, which is honestly the greatest pull my dad has done on a wrestling product. Just a great card. It is one of the greatest things in wrestling memorabilia history, especially since one of them unfortunately passed away, and one's about to wrestle, and the other one it always goes through drama. So,
Yep. So just keep on the lookout for everything, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Have a great day.